In Exodus 32, Israel cries out at the golden calf, "This is your God, O Israel, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt." They weren't renouncing Yahweh. They were trying to make him tangible, to embody him in gold. Aaron even declared a feast to the Lord, but God saw it as corruption, a feast in his name through an image of their own making. Later in Numbers 21, God himself gives Israel a symbol, the bronze serpent lifted up for healing. Whoever looked upon it lived. And yet, centuries later in 2 Kings 18, King Hezekiah shatters that very serpent, calling it Nehushtan, nothing more than a piece of bronze. Why? Because Israel had begun burning incense to it. What was once a God-given aid had become an idol. The pattern is clear. Whether man-made like the golden calf or God-given like the bronze serpent, the danger is the same. People crave something they can touch, something they can see, and soon the object, the symbol, becomes the focus of their devotion. Think, too, of when Israel carried the Ark of the Covenant into battle as if it were a lucky charm. 1 Samuel 4 says, "The Philistines trembled when they saw it, but Israel still fell because their hope was in the object, not in the God who dwelt above it." Or when Gideon made an ephod from gold in Judges 8. At first it was a memorial, but it became a snare to him and to Israel. Over and over, the Old Testament shows us symbols are unstable ground. They may point to God for a moment, but human hearts quickly bow down to the thing instead of the one it was meant to reveal. And then Christ comes. Colossians 1, verse 15 calls him the image of the invisible God. John 10 calls him the door for the sheep. Hebrews tells us he is the final sacrifice and the true mediator. What Israel groped for in images, he fulfills in himself. No windows, no shortcuts, no carved representations, only him. So here's the warning. If even the serpent God himself commanded could become an idol, how much more fragile are our own icons, paintings, and statues? If even the ark was misused as a talisman, what happens when we turn Christ into a token on a wall instead of the living Lord? The Old Testament cries out with this lesson. Anything that replaces Christ as our sole doorway, anything that diverts our devotion to an object becomes a stumbling block. The question we must wrestle with is this: are we content with the true and living Christ, or do we still crave the golden calf? Stay blessed.